You want to grow your YouTube channel or your website? This channel's for you. Hi and welcome, I'm George Pierce, and this video is titled, Are You Ready for a YouTube Shocker? Be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video, by the way, because I'm going to give you a bonus tip that is going to help you with your viewer retention. So let's get right to it. You may not be aware of the fact that YouTube does not look at subscribers when ranking your channel. You look at subscribers, perhaps. I try not to look at subscribers, but I think we all do. But YouTube does not evaluate a channel based on subscribers. And what this means is that the big channels, so in other words, if you and I, let's say we've got very few subscribers, 1 or 10 or 100, they've got 1 million. They don't get any extra benefit. They don't get any extra consideration just because they have 1 million subscribers, and we don't get any kind of penalty or whatever. It doesn't hurt us to only have 1 or a small number of subscribers. So what that means is that helps to level the playing field. So the shocker is that YouTube does not look at our subscribers, big or small, when ranking our channels. So big channels have no advantage over small channels based on subscribers. So what does YouTube look at? What does that actually mean to you or I? Well, some of the things that YouTube consider when they're looking at your channel, my channel, or any channel, when they're ranking a channel, they're going to look at the tags, the description, and the title in order to determine what our video is all about. And they actually, to the best of my knowledge, they actually look at the video as well because they have the wherewithal to do closed captions. So they pretty much know what that video is all about as well. So that helps them to know that our videos are about internet marketing, YouTube channel, sewing, golfing, whatever our niche might be. So these are just some of the things that they look at because they need to know what our channel is about, so they know what visitors to send to us, what viewers to send to us. Now, the other thing that they look at, or other things that they look at, are things such as video velocity or video speed. These are actually the number of views per hour. This technically applies to all channels, but it's not really something that a new channel really has to worry about, because you're not worried about getting 1,000 views in your first hour and that kind of stuff, or tens of thousands of views, or even millions of views. Some videos, of course, can get literally 30-something million views in their first 24 hours. That's well over 1 million views per hour. We don't have to worry a whole lot about that kind of viewer, about that kind of video velocity. But there are other factors, 2 other factors in particular, that YouTube really looks at heavily. This is what they look at more closely probably than any of the other factors. And what those factors are what's called a click-through rate, CTR, and the viewer watch time, or they also look at viewer retention. So viewer watch time, viewer retention, they look at watch time probably more than retention, but they all factor in, and you'll see how those numbers work in just a second. Now CTR, click-through rate, that's based on the number of clicks per impression. Each time someone looks at a page with your video on it or my video on it, that's an impression. If we get 1 out of 100 clicks, then we've got a 1%, or 2 out of 100, we've got a 2% CTR click-through rate. Now, viewer watch time is how many average minutes are your videos being watched. So, say your average watch time is 4 minutes. That means that, that's the average time that your videos get watched. Viewer retention is based on how long your videos are watched versus the video length. So in other words, a 10-minute video with a 4-minute watch time, you've got a 40% viewer retention. So more click-throughs means more watch time. And that allows your videos to rank higher. And I'll show you how that works. It's real simple. But higher rank what that means to you. Why is higher rank so important? Higher rank means that your videos are more likely to show up as suggested videos. So on the right-hand side, your videos are more apt to show up there. Or in the video search, you're more apt to, so you've got a better chance of showing up in search for suggested video, and that means that you're going to get more people watching your videos. Let's say that you and I have both have a video or videos, and your videos and my videos have the same watch time. We'll say that's 4 minutes. Let me show you what that means. Let's say my video gets 1 click per 100 or 1% CTR. Your video, on the other hand, gets 3 clicks per 100 at 3% CTR. My video has a watch time of 4 minutes. I'm going to have 4 times 4 minutes of watch time. Your video has 4 minutes of watch time, but you have 3 videos, that's 12 minutes of watch time. So if you and I have the same watch time of, let's say, 4 minutes, and you get 3 clicks or 3% CTR and I get 1, then you're going to get 12 minutes like we saw, and I'm going to only get 4. So what that means is that your video is going to have a higher rank. So your video is more likely to get shown in suggested videos again in a search. So how do you get a higher CTR? How do you get a higher click-through rate? So there's a couple of factors. I don't want to say that it's simple, but there's 2 factors, and once you get a handle on these 2 factors, you can really improve your click-through rate. Now, the factors are your title. You need a title that is going to grab that viewer's attention. So you need an attention-grabbing title, and you need a thumbnail that's going to catch their eye. So you need an eye-catching thumbnail. So those are the 2 factors that are going to affect or improve your click-through rate. This tip is that I mentioned in the beginning of the video as far as increasing or improving your viewer retention. See, if you can get an average watch time of 5 minutes, then or 6 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Now you've got 18 minutes. If you get 3% at 6 minutes, you've got 18 minutes of watch time instead of 15, instead of my poor old 4. So improving your viewer retention is going to help you also rank better. So what you want to do, there's a couple of things that I did in this video. This is my bonus tip for you. There's 2 things that I did. The first thing that I did is, the very first thing that I did is I used what's called a hook. The first thing that I did that was a hook. It's called a hook. It was my opening line. If you're wanting to grow your YouTube channel or to grow your website, this channel is for you. That's called the hook. We've got somewhere between 7 and 10 seconds, 15 seconds, kind of depends on who you talk to, but we only have a short amount of time to connect or grab the attention or whatever. We've got to connect with that viewer in some way in order to keep them on the video, otherwise they're gone. So this was a hook to help get them at least to not leave immediately. So that's the first thing that you can do. You can do the same thing. You can include a hook. A good hook is to tell, which I also did, what is this video all about? And let's get right to it. And that's a good hook as well. And I use that in this video as well. Now, the other thing that I did, the second trick, so to speak, and I'm not meaning to trick you, but the second thing that I did was I asked you to be sure to stay to the end of the video for a bonus tip that will dramatically increase your viewer retention. I did 2 things there. I asked you to stay, but I also made sure I gave you a reason, and of course I backed it up. I guess I did 3 things in a sense, because I had to back it up with making sure that reason was at the end of the video. But the main thing was I asked you to stay to the end of the video, or told you to stay, or be sure to stay to the end of the video. And why? I have to give you a reason, because we're going to dramatically increase your viewer retention. And you will dramatically increase your viewer retention by including a hook and by including a reason for them to stay. The hook is going to eliminate the bounce. It's going to lower what's called your bounce rate. And most of us have, unfortunately, what's called a high bounce rate. People get on your web page or your YouTube, on your video, and they're not interested. That partly that's your fault, partly that's my fault, because we didn't give them something to spark their interest. So we need to give them something to spark that interest. That's the hook. And then we need to give them a reason to stay to the end of the video. Those two things alone will improve your retention. The third thing, which is of course most important of all, put some quality content in there. Quality content is going to solve most all of our problems. Hook, thumbnail, title, hook, and a reason to stay to the end of the video, and of course quality content. Those are just some of the things that will really go a long way with increasing your ranking, your video ranking, because you're going to get more click-throughs and you're going to get better viewer retention. Now, for more help on titles, on thumbnails, on viewer retention, on all of those things, you're going to find links below to different videos, video on titles, video on thumbnails, video on viewer retention. Also the first video in my YouTube training series, which kind of covers all that stuff. It kind of batches it all in into a whole series of training videos that will help you to improve your YouTube results. And that's what it's all about. We want to improve our YouTube results. So if you find my videos helpful, and I hope you do, appreciate it if you would give us a like and perhaps a comment. Hey, I appreciate your videos, I like your videos, whatever, or your videos didn't do it for me. But I still appreciate a like, and be sure to subscribe if this is the kind of stuff that helps you. Be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Always get it wrong. Hit the subscribe button and ring that bell if you would, and that way you won't miss out on future videos. I want to thank you for watching, my friend, and I appreciate it. And allow me to wish you much success.